welcome Sean Gallagher and his good wife back to Ballyhaise this evening to officially launch the Gallagher for President campaign. I'm very confident that before the end of this year, I or somebody else will stand here and they will be welcoming the President of Ireland on the first day of Ireland back to Ballyhaise. That, ladies and gentlemen, is not going to happen by accident. That is going to happen if each and every one of us here put our shoulders to the wheel, make sure that every stone is unturned to get Sean Gallagher elected to Salute the Law. Every one of us here will have an opportunity to do that by talking to our friends, our relations. We all have friends and relations in every county in Ireland. I am asking you this evening to make contact with all your friends and relations and push the case for Sean Gallagher to be the next President of Ireland. What I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the next President of Ireland, Sean Gallagher.
Yes, indeed, Michael John, and can I say that it is such a wonderful delight to be here this evening, Trish and I. It's humbling to be back here in Ballyhaise, where we all started, in a village that means so much to me, and I know means so much to all of you. To the first place that I got my job, my first ever job, stacking shelves in Pat and Hughie's bar, Ray Brothers. Delighted to see Pat and Rose here this evening. The bar where my father, my late father, would go for a drink every night of the week after the 9 o'clock news to meet neighbours and friends. Where my mother would go every single morning religiously to get the daily newspaper and, more importantly, to catch up on all the news in the village. To the National School of St Mary's, where I started my education, and to the Agricultural College, where my career began. Where we played football in the flagging meadow and we learned to swim at the washbanks. Where I learned the value of hard work, of good manners, and most of all, the real meaning of community. And what is community all about? It's about people who have pride in where they come from and who care about their neighbours and their friends. And tonight, it is such a great pleasure to be back here among you, my neighbours and friends. And indeed to have my family, Jerry earlier and Rita Nolan here, and some of their family to be here who have supported me over the years. In the course of my life, I have lived in many different places and I have had the pleasure of travelling the world. But when people ask me, where's home? I tell them proudly, it's not just Cavan, it's Ballyhaise. The impact of starting a throwing club here in the village with friends almost 40 years ago ignited in me a lifelong commitment to learning and development. I was inspired too by many local community leaders who ran everything from the football club and the Christmas tree committee to the annual senior citizens party. It was growing up here, in this village, and in this very community that has shaped my life, that has given me my values and has inspired my hopes and my aspirations for the future. And my life has taken many turns. From my first job in Ballyhaise Co-op up the road, now Highlands, to becoming a professional youth worker, to working in politics, as an entrepreneur and an employer, a disability advocate, and now, most importantly, a parent. Throughout this journey, three important values have guided me and now shape my desire to run for president. These values are respect. Respect for ourselves and respect for others. Responsibility, standing for something bigger than ourselves. Knowing right from wrong, and although we may fail and often falter, it is not about our shortcomings, but what we do in spite of them that matters. And about community, something that you all know so well, that when working together, ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things. My whole life has been about these values, and it has been about a sense of determination that has taught me that the future doesn't happen to us. It is in fact created by us. But that's not just my story. That's the story of this community in Ballyhaise, in this country. That when the odds are stacked against us, we rise against those who doubt us. As an island of 6 million people, we're made up of so many fabrics, different stories and cultures, abilities, failures and successes. And this is the Ireland that I am so passionate about. And my presidency, if I'm honoured to be elected, will be grounded and rooted in these very values that I have lived all my life. Because while times do change, and our country certainly has, the values that guide us never should. I want to work with individuals and communities to empower everyone to reach their full potential. Because we all have a responsibility to play in shaping Ireland's future. When the President takes the oath of office, he or she commits to using his or her abilities to serve the people of Ireland, and that's exactly what I intend to do. And that is to use my skills, my energy, and my experience to foster an attitude that we are not defined by our failings or our shortcomings, but by our opportunities and by our individual potential. So how do we do this? Through focusing on those very values, the values of respect. I want to create and help create an Ireland where we respect each other and ourselves, where we nurture the vulnerable and focus on the strengths of all citizens. As someone who grew up with a visual impairment, I am where I am today because I have focused not on those limitations, but instead on my abilities. As President, I want to change the perception of those with disabilities in our society. I want to ensure that everyone has the right and the opportunity to reach their full potential, irrespective of their ability. And regarding responsibility, as guardian of the Constitution and head of state, I want to lead this country at home with a sense of purpose and a sense of energy. And internationally, I want to work to strengthen our links with our diaspora. I want also, importantly, to lead by example. In this regard, my campaign is committed to a war on waste that includes a commitment to run a carbon neutral campaign, including one without election posters. In addition, if elected president, I will commit to stay in our embassies overseas or their accommodation when travelling internationally to minimise the expense on taxpayers. Our campaign will be about positive action, and this starts with taking responsible steps to avoid unnecessary waste. All positive action starts at grassroots, and I want to be a president for all the people of Ireland who want me as their president and a friend to everyone else. I want to work to unite communities across this country, north and south, to focus not on our differences, but instead on what brings us together. Much has changed in Ireland over these past 7 years, and much has changed in this community. Indeed, much has changed in my own life. Trish and I now have 2 beautiful children, Bobby and Lucy. And as a parent, I want to help shape an Ireland that they will be proud of, where we celebrate difference, where we nurture uniqueness, and where we foster community, where everyone has an opportunity to reach their full potential, regardless of their gender, their age, their sexual orientation, their creed, or their ability, where our behaviour is one of soulful respect and our language one of loving kindness. And while Ireland may be different, my campaign will be guided by something that has not changed since I grew up here in Ballyhaise, and that is my value. And so with your help and support, I want to shape that Ireland that we can be proud of. We all have at times struggled and faced adversity in our lives, but it is not about never falling, but about having the courage to rise again that defines our character and our ultimate success. We are here this evening in this hall because a group of people showed leadership and took action so that young and old would have a place to come together, to sing, to dance, to play music and more. And I'm proud too that my own late father was on the very first development committee that we had set up this hall. That is the power of coming together, and it is the power of community. So from my first job in Brady Brothers all those years ago to now embarking on a campaign for the office of President, my journey has been one that has been grounded in the values from this village where I grew up. Values of respect, of responsibility, and of community. And as we look to shape our future together, I couldn't think of a better place to start this journey than in this community, among my family, among my friends, and in the place that I call home. Thank you.
I know you can do this. I know you can cheer for me. So you give me, John, let me choose for 1 second. So I'm sure you can give me like a cheer, right? You ready?